Anime is life. Anime is life. Anime is better than real TV. That's just facts.
Made hits, do a lot of things, but I can't miss. Wait a minute. I stay faithful to the mission. Y'all play.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hey, how you doing? What's up? What it do? Welcome to the family. Today we are diving right into anime. If you have been following me since my podcast days, you know, like, when it comes to anime, I don't got time for intros. I just nope. So this is the first episode of my anime series called I Got a Question. So on my previous video, I talked about how I was thinking about doing anime reviews. But there are so many people that do basic anime reviews, like they just review the show for the general public. And obviously, in order for me to ask a question, I need to watch the show and review it. So this segment is going to be like a slight review. With a question portion, like questions that I have about the show, what, you know, me and my fellow anime lovers like have questions about. And even if it's not a question, like it's just a general statement, like this is what this is for. So, welcome to the first episode of I Got a Question. So on today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing The Promised Neverland. So I watched this show. I finished it during quarantine. Fun fact, I am horrible at finishing animes. Like, the way life is set up for me, I would start it, like it, and probably never like finish it until like way later. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but that's my process. So The Promised Neverland is basically about these kids who live on a farm. They are raised to believe that it's a foster home and they're orphaned, and every so often a kid is adopted. And, you know, they have a proper send-off. They send the kid off. You know, they are like this one big happy family. And so one day, one of the kids was getting adopted, quote unquote. And two of the main characters, Emma and Norman, went to go get her stuffed animal that she left behind. So as they were following the little girl and their mother to like the send-off place, they found her body. The girl who was supposed to get adopted, they found her body. And at that point they found out, like, you know, this ain't what this is. This is not a foster home. And the three main characters, Emma, Ray, and Norman, find out what was going on, and they try their best to get the kids out of the house safely and escape their mother. Her name is Isabella, I think. Is it Isabella? Yeah, Isabella. So it's more so, it's like a thriller, you know, it's not necessarily scary. It's more like a thriller anime. Like it keeps your heart going. So they go out of their way to try to get over this wall that is basically barricading them into this home. And it's those three. It's like a bunch of other kids. They have super little kids. They have I think the oldest kid was like 12, because like 12 years old was like when you're like the ripest, like, thing to feed to the monsters. It's just weird stuff. So they're trying their best to get out of this farm, and they have this mother who is in charge of the house who kind of finds out that they know. So then it just becomes this back and forth of, I know you know that I know about what's going on. And everyone is just, you know, the kids are trying to escape. The mother is trying to keep them at bay. And the show is just a wild, wild ride. One thing I really like about the show is just the backstories. I don't want to ruin it too much if you haven't actually seen the show. But the backstories to like the mothers and like how they become mothers and like the kids and everything is like, it's kind of sad when you really like think about it. But Mother Isabel, you know, she hired back up, and that was just a crone. I'm not gonna lie, sis scared me. I knew she scared them kids. Sis scared me, okay? But she got back up, Sister Crone, who essentially wanted to be a mother as well. So when Sister Crone got there, she was also helping, you know, keep the kids at bay, stopping them from trying to escape. And then somewhere along the line, Sister Crone made a deal with the kids to help get rid of the original mother so she could become a mother of that particular house. I'm sorry I have to spoil this particular part, but the original mother found out that Sister Crone was plotting against her, and the original mama had Sister Crone killed. Like, Like, it was done over, sis. So now Sister Crone is gone. They don't have any backup because she was trying to help them. And the kids basically formulate multiple plans on how to escape after Sister Crone, you know, got killed. So my question, especially for those of you who actually watch this series, there are a couple of older kids there. There are a bunch of little kids there. Regardless, it's a lot of kids there. It's one mother and a whole bunch of kids. Now, my question is, why didn't they just whoop her ass? Like, now before you guys who actually watch the show say, well, she had martial arts training, she was trained for that. These people are in a normal planet, a normal world. Nobody, well, aside from the monsters, nobody has superpowers. Nobody's shooting beams out of their eyes. No one is throwing, you know, destructo disc. No one, you know, is hitting them with the Detroit punch. Nobody has powers. They're regular human beings. And I don't know about y'all, but there is no way that a regular 30-something-year-old woman could take on that many kids. I don't care. If a classroom wanted to jump their teacher, they could jump their teacher. Like, they could have just, like, their problem was the fact that they couldn't just escape, because not only was that wall super duper high, so they need to formulate a real plan. They had tracking devices in their ear, so the mother knew where they were at all times. So if your problem was getting over the wall without getting caught by your mother who had a tracking device on you, why didn't y'all just whoop her ass? Y'all could have knocked sis out. Y'all could have deaded her. Like, y'all could have just ended it with, y'all could have ended sis where she stood. Y'all could have just beat her up. Y'all could just beat her up. And I know, yes, she took Emma down. She broke her knee. I know. I saw it. And when it happened, I felt it. But hear me out. Okay? If Emma, Norman, Ray, Gilda, and all the rest of them would have just jumped her and had all the other kids that weren't babies hop in on this action and jump her too, y'all could have escaped. Y'all could have dipped. I feel like if I was in a situation, I would have just whooped her ass. I'm sorry. Mother, you gotta go. Like, the same way Electra's kids gave her the boot. I'm sorry, mother. But you gotta go. Like, no. Even if you don't, like, I'm not saying they had to go out of their way and kill her, but they could have beat her unconscious and they could have got away. Took her tracking device, destroyed that little room she had, and just, you know, deaded her. So that is my one question. I know on the forums for Promise Neverland, there's a lot of other questions, but that's my one burning question. I don't really care about the other questions about the show, like where are the monsters from, and you know, what universe is this that the monsters are eating little kids. You know, it's anime. Okay, like, it's anime. My question is, why didn't they beat the mother up? Why didn't y'all beat the mother up?
It could all be so simple.
So I don't want this video to be super duper crazy long, so that is my question. If you have watched The Promised Neverland, make sure you drop a comment below. Let me know what your questions were. And also, if you agree with me, like, they could have just snuffed this and it would have been over. But they wanted to be difficult. So I hope you guys liked the video. To all my anime lovers, again, this is a new segment. So as I am going through the ranks of watching my animes, I will be coming on here with I Got a Question, to just ask the questions that we all have, because we know we have them. We all have them. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.
On my click, you getting pocket change. That don't make sense. Take risks. You a lot of.
I know I just woke up, so you know I'm a little froggy. That better not be crumbs. Better not be crumbs.